Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing my A-level results video. I thought I'd do this video because so many of you requested it, and after I did my GCSE one, which was 2 years ago, I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it already, because it's actually my most viewed video on my channel. Don't really understand why, but yeah, it is. So I thought I'd do the A-level one. I'm not trying to brag or anything. Loads of you requested it, and I said if I didn't do very well, I wasn't going to upload it, but I'm quite pleased with what I got, so I thought I'd do a video telling you all about what I got, what uni I'm going to, the experience of A-levels, just a bit of a rambly video, and I hope you enjoy it. So I got my results nearly a week ago now. I got them last Thursday, which is Thursday the 14th of August, and I got 2 Bs and a C, and I was really happy with that. That is exactly what I needed to get into uni. I'm going to the Manchester Metropolitan University to do fashion buying and merchandising, starting on the 20th of September, which I am so excited about. I'm going to have loads of uni videos coming up. After this, I'm filming the bedroom part of my uni haul, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that, which should be up next week. So I got 2 Bs and a C. I got a B in business, a C in English, and a B in geography. One thing that's really annoying, I should have A, B, C basically, because in business I was one tiny mark out of 400 off of an A. So my business teacher is going to send all of the papers that I've ever done in A-level business, which is 4 papers, send them all back and see if I can get any more marks, like to boost my grade up, because I'm 30 marks into a B, so the papers aren't going to drop down that much, but they might be able to just give me an extra mark, which would be really great. Please pray for me. I'm not really that bothered because obviously I've got into uni and whatever, but it'd be really nice to have an A. Like, it'd just be really nice. I worked my absolute bum off to get these grades, and I don't know, I just really appreciate getting an A. God's sake, one person that didn't give me that mark. Also, last year in my AS results, I'm pretty sure I did not do a results video, so I'm just going to let you know. Last year I did obviously the same subjects, then I also did sociology as well, and then when it came to results day, I ended up with A, B, C, C. So I got an A in geography last year, a B in business, a C in English, and a C in sociology. And I thought, well, I prefer English to sociology, and it's an easier format of exams because in sociology you have 2 exams, whereas in English you only get 1 exam and then 1 piece of coursework. And in my opinion, coursework is easier to get a higher mark in. So yeah, I decided to do the English instead of the sociology. So I dropped the sociology, which is absolutely fine. What really annoyed me though, and something to keep in mind if you're picking your A-levels or whatever, is that when I was in AS, I was like, I'm going to do as many as I can. I was thinking about doing 5 at one point, which is stupid. And when I applied to university, when I applied to Manchester, they turned around and said, we don't accept AS levels. So it's literally, mine was 280 points from 3 A levels. So you can't use the AS points. So for me, sociology doing last year was a complete waste of a year. Like, because sociology doesn't count for anything in my life at all. And so, yeah, that's a bit pointless. Some universities accept it, so in AS you get half the points, so a C is 80 points, so half of it would be 40. So say if I was off of say if I dropped like 2 grades, and I could still involve my AS, I would have still got into the university, which I suppose when the points are quite low anyway, I suppose it's not really fair if someone gets higher points and does much better but you can just use your AS. I suppose I kind of get it in that point, but just think about it. If you've got a university in mind that you want to go to, you want a course that you want to do, before you even pick your A-levels, which is what I had, I definitely think about like whether you can use an AS, because I couldn't, so it was pointless me doing it. But I feel like if I did 3, I would have felt like kind of, I don't know, looked upon like I was like dumb, I suppose, because I've only done 3. But I think sometimes it's just better to just concentrate on 3 and just do them. That's what I wish that I'd done anyway. So I'm going to go through each subject like in different contexts and just tell you about my experience in the subject, what I feel about it and stuff. Obviously I can only talk about the subjects I've done, but yeah, thought it might be helpful. So in English, this year I got a C in the exam and a C in the coursework. I actually thought I'd got a B in the coursework because they mark the coursework at school, they tell you your grade and then they'll send it off, and to get it marked like out of school, if that makes sense. So when it got marked out of school, they dropped it down to a C, which was fine. I was expecting a C overall in English anyway, and last year I got a C in the exam and a B in the coursework. So overall I got a C, a B and 2 Cs, which equaled to a C, which was fine. Happy with that, it's absolutely fine. I find with English it was quite hard to get a high grade unless you were really good at it. Most people got C's, a couple of B's, but most people got C's throughout, because it's kind of difficult to get a really high grade because they're expecting quite a lot of you, and because it's someone marking like your interpretation of something, it is difficult because everyone does have different interpretations of different things, so it's difficult to get a higher mark if someone else is marking it. Whereas if you're doing a maths paper and you're just like 2 + 2, for example, is 4, oh yeah, you got it right, there's a mark. Whereas English, it's more of like an interpretation. So if someone doesn't agree with it, then it's kind of difficult to mark. So yeah, in that way, I think English is kind of difficult to get a high grade. So if you need like A's, I wouldn't really bother unless you were amazing. But if you kind of just need like the B, C's, I would recommend English. It was quite easy as well. You just kind of reading books. It's quite a relaxed subject. There's not too much work. If you're quite lazy, then maybe try it. I am not lazy at all. But I just really enjoyed English every other year, so I decided to take it on and it worked out. So next for business. A lot of people don't do business until they get to A level. I did it at GCSE, which was rubbish. I had a really, really bad teacher. I had one teacher for year 10 and one teacher for year 11, and they were both awful. I still came out, I think I came out with a B. I still came out with a B, but it was just a bit dreadful. Like, I taught myself the entire thing. And then I got to A level and absolutely loved my teacher. He's just so cool. It's really embarrassing if he watches this. But yeah, really, really cool, really nice teacher, and just got everything right, did everything well, taught us loads of stuff, which was really fun. We had really fun lessons, and I think that's one of the main things. I think if you get along with the teacher and they're kind of a fun, you know, outgoing person, you kind of get on with them and you kind of work a bit better, kind of thing. And then in my business exams, so for the first unit, which is what I did last year, I got 1 mark off an A, so I got a B. Then for the second unit, I did it last year because unit 1 and unit 2 is an AS, and I got a C last year, but I retook it because it was the biggest percentage of the course. I retook it and ended up with an A, which I don't have a clue how I did because I didn't do very well in the exam, I don't think, but ended up with an A, so I'm not going to really complain. Then unit 3, I got an A, and unit 4 got a B. So I ended up with 2 A's and 2 B's, but one of the B's was 1 mark off an A. So yeah, an A equal to a B, which is 1 mark off a freaking A. So business, I would really recommend as a subject. If you don't know what you want to do that, because it's one of those subjects that is really broad. It can go into many different kind of like courses, many different jobs that you want to do. It's just really good. It's a really like nice learning subject, if you know what I mean. It's not the funnest subject, like when you're learning about like loans and all of this and break even. It's not the funnest thing to learn about, but it's probably something that you can take into context in every single job that you're possibly going to do, or even just life. So that would be one that I would recommend. This is quite late in the year for me to doing this, but I suppose your GCSE results don't come out until tomorrow, so if you want to change anything, in my opinion, then there you go. But yeah, business is really, really good one to do, I would say. And then we've got geography. Geography for me, I loved it at GCSE, absolutely loved it. It was like my favourite subject. I got an A at GCSE, thought it was amazing. Even last year, I really liked it. I ended up with 2 A's last year. So an A overall, and I just loved it. I was like, oh my god, I'm really good at this. This is like the only subject that I was really good at. Even like business, I really had to work for it and stuff. Geography I just kind of got, and when I got into the exam, I knew what I was doing. And I don't know, I feel like this year it just was a lot harder, a lot harder. I would say A2 is so much harder. Like if you're going to A2 and you just come out of AS and you're like, yeah, this is going to be great. It is so much harder. I just don't really know why, but it's more independent. Like the exams are more independent. Like the geography, the last exam I did in geography, the last exam I did in business, they were so independent. You had to do all the research by yourself because it's not allowed to be done in a class. So you literally don't know what you're doing. And I wasn't very well guided. Like in geography, it was kind of hard to know which section you were going to do and all of this. And yeah, it was a lot harder. So just saying that, geography A2 is a lot harder. Business as well, but geography A2 is definitely a lot harder. But yeah, this year I didn't enjoy it as much. I don't know whether it's the topics or whether I was just fed up with learning about geography when I knew I didn't want to do it. But literally last year I was like, oh my god, should I go and do a geography degree? That's how much I liked it. So yeah, as you can tell, I've kind of gone off the geography degree kind of thought. But yeah, as I got into A2 I didn't like it as much, but I do think it is a good subject to do. Again, it's quite broad and it links very well with business because human geography and business link quite well together. Because of like globalization and whatnot, and like the populations in China was a key topic in our last business exam, and I knew tons about China from geography and doing all human geography, so it linked in really well, and I ended up with a B in that exam. So yeah, it went quite well really. So I think when you're picking A-levels, I think you need to think of ones that link like directly, and also the thing is, when I did sociology, I found like it was quite airy-fairy. Like, I'll just skip on to sociology, but it was quite airy-fairy. It was quite like there was nothing set in stone. It's all people's studies, and if you want to do that at university, if you want to do a job in that, then that's great, you go and do that. But if you're doing it just as a subject, oh, I'm just going to pick that. Sociology and psychology seem to be subjects that people just pick because they don't really know what else to pick. And that's fine. But I think when I did it, I like something that's structured and it's actually real, if you know what I mean. And sociology wasn't. It's just like subject, like little studies about, I don't know, like law or about crime and all of this, and that's fine, but I don't know, for me it just didn't suit me at all. I didn't get on with the teacher, so it didn't really click very well. So yeah, when you're picking subjects, I'd definitely make sure you've got a few solid subjects in there. What I mean by that is like doing sociology, psychology, music and art. Like, sorry if you're doing this, I don't mean it horribly, and I think if you know what you want to do and those subjects link great, then do it, it's fine. If you know what you want to do, I can't think of the word, but I wouldn't pick ones that are just like vocational. I don't know if vocational is the right word, but like I'd pick one like business or like geography or maths if you're really clever, or like science or something that kind of will hold you in good stead, and you've got something that's like education in there as well as like art and stuff. When it's more of a creative subject, I suppose. Yeah, I do think it's good to weigh the two out, unless you know you want to be a doctor and you're just going to do the sciences, like a lot of people did at my school. So yeah, it's kind of a bit of a ramble. I don't want to insult anyone, that's why I'm kind of like saying it really like partially. But yeah, kind of don't pick just arty ones. So about university and stuff, if you want me to do any university videos about applying, choosing universities, choosing a course, whether you should go, what you should do, like if you don't know what you want to do, what are the options, stuff like that, then let me know. My revision videos and school type videos seem to be really popular with you guys, so let me know if you want me to do any like that. Obviously I can still do revision tips. I've done a lot of revision tips videos on this channel, so if you need them I will link them all down below. Probably not going to need them at this time of year when you're just about to go back to school, but I will link them all down below if you haven't seen them already, because a lot of you really find them helpful, so that's good. But I probably won't be doing many more revision tip videos because obviously I've now gone to uni. I'll do uni revision tip videos probably, but it's kind of, I'm guessing it's going to be different to A-levels and school and stuff. I was also thinking of doing kind of a what to do when you get into uni video. I feel like I've picked up quite a few like tricks over the past week or so about like social media and like speaking to different people and different organisations and stuff. So if you want me to do that type of video and you applied to uni and stuff, and you're like in the process of the same as me now, or even if you're going next year and you just fancy some tips, then let me know. Obviously I haven't been yet, I don't know anything that is going to happen. I'm scared, I'm excited, everything. But if you want me to do a video about what I've done in the past like week or so to prepare for uni, then let me know. There will be a uni haul coming up related to bedroom things, because I've pretty much done all of my bedroom stuff and all the bathroom stuff. Just the kitchen is still waiting because I haven't got any plates yet because IKEA had sold out the colour that I wanted. I haven't got any sharp knives yet because couldn't find any anywhere. I couldn't find any saucepans, so those things I haven't got yet. So I'm not going to do that video just yet, but I'm going to do the bedroom one very, very soon, which should be up next week on Tuesday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this video because I found it was quite a bit of a ramble. But yeah, I hope you find it helpful or whatever. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.